how I plan my month each month as a Beachbody coach. I will say that it took me a couple of months to kind of figure this process out, but I do feel like it's probably one of the biggest time savers I've found, and it definitely keeps me on track as the month goes on. So I utilize Google Calendar and Microsoft's OneNote, which I'll show you both. And I also utilize Google Drive. And the reason why I do this is because I can access it from anywhere. So I can access it from any computer, from my phone. It's really easy when I need to take notes. I can access whatever document I want to, and I can find the information I need. So the first thing I do at the beginning of every month is take a look at my Google Calendar. It's super easy to create a calendar. And basically, I have everything color coded for Beachbody in orange. And what I've done is every day made a note of what I need to focus on. So, as many of you know, I do a lot of my work super early in the morning. And sometimes I'm honestly just not awake at 5 a.m. So, this is a great way for me to just go in, look at what's coming up, look at what I need to do, and go from there. So, I have November pulled up, and you'll see today is November 8th, and I have a cleanse group that is ending. So if you go back to Friday, November 6th, you'll see that the cleanse group started Friday, November 6th. I had a private group. We did a 3-day cleanse, 3-day refresh, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I have that ending today, so that's just a reminder for me that I need to check in with that group. Then I go to Monday and I see that I have a reminder to create a 3-day cardio challenge. So what this means is every month I do a free challenge. And at the beginning of the month, I think about when I want to start that. Because Thanksgiving is in November, I have moved my 3-day challenge down here to November 23rd, and I'm doing it the 3 days before Thanksgiving. I usually do a 5-day challenge, but because of the holiday, I have shortened it. And what happens is 2 weeks before I start the challenge, I think about advertising it. And that's kind of my, philosophy is 2 weeks before any event, think about how you're going to promote it. So you'll see tomorrow I have a 3-day challenge reminder. So that reminds me that I need to kind of think about that this week. And then I have a reminder to post a meal plan in the evening. So one of my goals in November was to post an example meal plan once a month. So that's something that I wanted to try to do on Monday. Now, the nice thing is even though this is on Monday evening, if I don't get it done, it's okay. I can move it to another day. It's just simply a reminder of what I need to focus on. So then we'll go to Tuesday. So Tuesday, I have a reminder to post a wake-up call to my team page. So that's so all my coaches can remind themselves that if they didn't catch the wake-up call on Monday, that they should listen to it. You'll see I have a call with my coach also on Tuesday morning. On Wednesday, I have a reminder to advertise my coaching sneak peek. So it's the same philosophy. 2 weeks before the sneak peek starts, I want to advertise it. I want to put it out to the world that it's happening. So that's a reminder to get that done this week. Every Thursday, I make a note to follow up with my current challengers and coaches, so I just have a reminder that I need to do that. And then I've been trying to kind of pick up my blog posting a little bit. This is usually the one that gets skipped, honestly, but I do have a reminder that I'd like to do that on Friday. Then on Saturday, I move into planning posts for the week. So I try to work on looking ahead and what I want to plan for the week and scheduling them. And then sometimes I do a Saturday spotlight where I spotlight a coach or a challenger and just kind of give a shout out to them for doing a great job. That's kind of the consistency of how my month works. You can see that there's a couple of once a month things that happen. So at the end of the month, I always ask my current challengers for referrals. That's been really helpful for me. Usually towards the end of the month, I also think about my marketing plan for the following month. So this is the holiday season. Is there something that I want to think about for December as we go into January? It's just a reminder. One of the other things that's been helpful for me is at the end of the month, I send out coach notes. So it's either a thank you or a gift or just something little to my team to let them know that I appreciate them. I also post all of my team calls on this page. So you'll see that there's a boss club call that I call into. There's a team call here. I have a reminder for advertising the 21-day fix group, which starts later in December. So you can see kind of the theme and how it's repetitive. I also remind myself to boost my posts a couple times a month. And then finally at the end of the month, or the first day of the month, I post my Success Club prizes and promotions to the team. So I do this every month. It's really helped me kind of keep things on track, and on the days where I don't know where to start, it's really a great way to just keep things in order. Another thing that I do is when I read something that I'm like, oh, it's a great thing to do with my team, or oh, this is a really great idea, I will add it to the calendar because I know I'm probably not going to get to it this week, but I might add a note next week and say, remember to reach out to so-and-so about the hammer and chisel workout because I just read a great review about it or something like that. So it's a really good way to just keep yourself on track. The next thing that I do is I use Microsoft's OneNote to keep notes and next steps and to-do lists about what is going on in my coaching world. You can see that I use it for work. I also use it for personal, and under coaching, I have several categories that I work through. So it's super easy. You just go to onenote.com, you sign in, and it's really just a checklist. So every morning, I kind of have this overall note of things that I want to keep in mind, and then I have a to-do list. So my to-do list today is to continue inviting, write a blog about fall hikes, film my Google Calendar video, film a workout video, order a new personal development book, and keep track of what's going on at my husband's account. I also kind of write out reminders for what's going on, and it really just helps me keep on track. And really this right here is what I'm focusing on for the day, not the week, the day. And then up here is just reminders. And like I said, it's just a checklist, so it's a way to just remind yourself what's going on. Another great thing that I have discovered while this is loading is keeping a checklist of workout post ideas or just overall post ideas. So if I read something online and I'm like, oh, that would be a great post, or oh, I really like how she worded that, I should try to do something like that, then I write it down. So you can see that I have quite a few ideas. I'm not always feeling it when I read it, so I save it off, and then when I'm in need of some ideas, I reference back here, and it's really helpful. I do the same thing for workout videos. So workout videos have been a great way for me to gain some readers. So yesterday I did an insanity video, which I really liked, and so I wrote down a lot of the moves, so when I have time, I can go ahead and film those. Same thing for blog, you kind of get the idea. You can build this out, as much as you want to, but the best thing is that it can be found on your computer and your phone. So if I'm driving, I'm at a stoplight or in the parking lot, and I'm like, oh, I really need to remember to do this, I can just quickly add it to my to-do list, and I have it. So I really combine this with my calendar, and that keeps me on track. The last thing that I do is I have started a Google Drive folder for Beachbody. It basically has all of my files that I use for coaching and posts. So you'll see I have a coaching folder, I have a meal planning folder, I have the starter guide that some of you may received. I do all of my documentation here so that I can access it anytime. So if I go into coaching, you'll see that I have surveys. It's super easy to create a survey on Google Drive. I have the Coach Basics Starter Guide, which you can find in your Coach Online office. I have the coaching to-do list, which is found on our Wellness Warriors team page. So basically anything that I have created, I have saved kind of in this folder. If I click on 21 Day Fix, this is really where I've built this out the most. I've created a 21 Day Fix Word document with all of the challenge messages for 21 days. And this is actually also found in our Wellness Warriors team page. But this allows me to reference this during my 21 Day Fix groups, and I don't have to recreate it every single time I run a group. So any group that I run, I tend to write things down so that I can reference it later on. I also have my meal plan saved here. And if I go back, the two documents that I reference the most are my customer contact list and then my overall helpful links, conversation starters, and Facebook posts. And I do have examples of these also on the Wellness Warriors page, but let me just go ahead and show you. So the customer contact list, I won't actually pull up because it has individual names on it, but anytime that I contact anybody, I will write it down and write what the conversation was. I didn't always used to be as great about keeping track of this, but as you continue to grow, it's really helpful to understand who you're talking to and why. And the last thing that I do is I have a links, conversations, and post examples page. So the links page is links that I have saved of overall videos that I like to watch or refer to. So a lot of times I send people my Shakeology video and how to make it. Also, I will send them coach links, 21 Day Fix resources, Shakeology guide, maybe where to find the Fix8 cookbook. I have my coach ID, so it's super easy for me to cut and copy that. I have the help number here, so that's easy if somebody needs help. I have the coach relations email. It's great to email them and ask questions. Active maternity just came out, so I just added that as a link. I have some information on the Power Boost, which I'm actually just ordering today. And then this is an article I just recently added about an overall summary of what it costs to be a Beachbody coach. So it's really just my resources that I send to people over and over again, and it's just much easier to cut and copy them than trying to look them up every time. The next tab is conversation starters. So this has saved me a ton of time. I have coach messages, I have intro messages, I have conversations about Shakeology prices, posts that I've done to talk about coaching, 21 Day Fix details if somebody's asked. It's not all filled out, but I do use this quite a bit. You can see this is my holiday survival bootcamp message. So I just save off what I tell people, and that way I can use it going forward. I don't do 100% cut and copy because people have different questions and different ideas, but it is a nice way to not kind of have to redo it every time. And then finally, and this is one that I need to build out, but anytime I see a post that I like, I save it off here. I either save it off here or back in my notebook that I was telling you about, but it's just an easy way for me to reference it and again, not have to recreate the wheel. So I hope that's helpful. I think planning really is an essential first step, especially as a new coach. And then as a more experienced coach, it really does just help you save time. And the overall goal is to just work smarter, not harder. So hopefully once you get started and you get a good base, you can just keep going. So I hope that's helpful. Please let me know if you have questions. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.